We are live. Welcome, guys, back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. I'm Timothy Earle. Today, we've got some NFL playoffs. We'll talk over what happened last night, or in yesterday's games in general, and then we'll discuss the games for today, what we have in them, because I hope I tracked them. I did track them. I never sent this. I never screenshotted everything and sent people the members my plays, which, oops, they're gonna miss out on two. Which it looks like they're gonna go 1-1 anyway. So we'll see. At best 1-1. So, but yesterday, I will say, yesterday was a good day. We got our 5th straight winning day on the site. So very happy with that. After a very ugly start to the year, we're slowly starting to dig ourselves back out. So slowly and surely doing that. So can't complain with that. There you go. Now it's up on the site or up on the member only. There you go. But we'll talk about that in a minute. I don't know who you are. So, you could be in the chat. That's fine. What's up, Calvin? Welcome. Good to see you. Anyways, we're going to recap real quick yesterday. And I will say yesterday's day did not start off the greatest and then ended quite well. It didn't start off great because it started off 1-6 with one of the losses being 2 units. NC State as a 16.5 point favorite lose outright. If they're not gonna cover my spread, yeah, I'd prefer NC State to lose outright. The over in the Butler game did not get there. I had over 144.5. They finished 77-66. Tennessee minus 6.5 yesterday. They were winning by a chunk for a while. They were up 11 at halftime and then lost outright. So not fun there. SMU was my 2-unit loser. At plus 125 money line. Shit happens. Georgetown almost pulls off an upset versus UConn, which is actually quite crazy to see. So that's actually kind of fun. The Buffalo Sabres lose in overtime, so unfortunately that one doesn't get there. Miami of Ohio stays undefeated, but they did not cover that 9.5 point spread. Chattanooga takes care of Western Carolina. Western Carolina was off of a big rivalry win, so good fade there of the Catamounts. The over in the that was a loser. I accidentally marked that one a winner. I don't know why. So actually it was not as good of a day, but so I gotta adjust these numbers to flip it to 10. My bad. I thought I did better. So to 10, and we're going to add a loss, and because I guess I did the math wrong, way wrong, because the Bama game did not go over. It finished 83-81. Flyers game went over the total, over 6.5, finished 6-3 Rangers. Indiana was not the play. I had the minus 2.5. They lose by 17. Then we got into a couple winners in a row where the over in the Cincinnati game happened, and Cincinnati takes down Iowa State. So I believe that's 2 straight losses for the Cyclones. So that's very interesting to see. Yale minus 9.5. They won that one 102-68. So safe to say that was a winner. The under in the St. Pete games, winner. Under 134.5, finished 69-58. Boston College plus 6.5. They said, leave the points at the door. We'll take care of the orange on our own. So they win that game for me. Utah plus 4.5. They went outright against TCU. I decided to trust Ooey Pooey, which was not a good idea. But then I had 4 straight winners in a row after that with North Dakota, 96-80 win. Florida Gators take down Vanderbilt by 4. Grand Canyon plus 5.5. They went outright by double digits by 10. So they said, leave those points at the door. You don't need them. Valpo, plus 105. They take care of business by double digits. Islanders, they lose to Calgary. Missouri, they lose to LSU. Indiana State covers the 12.5 versus Murray State. It did not get the over in ULL and South Alabama. That one finished at 115 points when I had over 127.5. UCF plus 9.5 did get there. They lose by 7 to Arizona. Georgia wins by 14. I had them -2. Stony Brook wins in double overtime, 112-106. I had them plus 3.5. James Madison wins by the hook, 77-72. Tennessee Tech tried to make the comeback, could not do it. They lose by 6. Lindenwood loses by 14, so not good there. The Buffalo Bills, we'll talk about in a minute. I had them money lined. Auburn, minus 11.5. They were up 6 at halftime. I thought, hey, maybe they might be able to spread out this. No. They win by 4. Missouri State covers the spread in double overtime, so nice there. I lose with Florida State. They were up a little bit. They were up down the stretch, and then they fell apart at the end. They lost by 1 to Wake Forest. Texas minus 5.5. They lose outright as well. But I finished the night good. Santa Clara money line. They win by 8. Campbell plus 5.5. They lose by 3, so they covered the spread there. A winner in overtime with Montreal. A winner in a shootout with Columbus. Did not get New Jersey, but I did get Florida on their bounce back spot, and I did get Texas Tech to end the night. I end up being up 2.8 units, and we roll from there. Hopefully, we can continue winning. That would be ideal. That would be ideal if we could. But we'll quickly. I'm going to talk about the NFL games from last night because, I don't know what was going on at the end of that Bills game. And I've seen plenty of people talk over Twitter. That was a catch. That should not have been an interception. And then on the Broncos drive, neither one of those should have been pass interference. And I'm not one to blame the refs for me losing games. But come on. Like that was not that didn't feel right to me. I felt like there was something going on. And then unfortunately for the Denver Broncos, they're going to be without Mr. Bo Nix in the next round or the rest of the season. That's very unfortunate, and they'll have Jared Stidham going for them instead. I'm probably going to end up backing them. I know that sounds gross, but I'm probably going to end up backing them, but we'll see. Purdue will not win the national championship in basketball. Matt Painter will be pissed off as well. What did they do yesterday? Did they win yesterday? Purdue? They did by 5. Who do you call it? Would have the cover. Yeah, he caught it and took it from an interception. No, he had possession. He was down. Then he got ripped out. No, no. I'm sorry. No, it was clearly a catch. And neither one of those were pass interference. So, hey Tim, how you doing? Hey Michael B, I'm doing well. Another profitable day, and ready for some more. No, Markel. Something tells me that you were probably on the Broncos, and that's why you're saying that. But I strongly believe that was a catch and not a and not an interception. But My computer's being slow a little bit. All right, good. Am I good? You're a spectator. No, come on, dude. That was a catch. But either way. Buffalo Bills were a loser regardless. So what was I going to mention? What was I going to bring up? I was going to bring up something. Oh, yeah, free picks. Free picks for today. I'm going with the Ottawa Senators on the money line, plus 120. We'll take the Kings. We'll take them minus the 2 points. And we'll take East Carolina in college basketball today. And you guys know how much I bet my Pirates, which is not often at all. Hardly ever. I'm taking them today. I'm taking the Pirates today. So. Hey, how's your brother doing? Miss that guy? He's good. He was good. I was on the Bills. I thought the first PI call on the final drive was atrocious. The second one was probably PI. I'm iffy on the catch. That's fair. I'm gonna stick to my guns with what. Now I will say you could see me as a little bit biased. I did have a ticket for the Bills to win the Super Bowl, but at the same time, like that game kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Couldn't take that game. I was kind of just scrolling through. Good thing I didn't take that game. I was kind of just scrolling through college basketball to see what exactly happened yesterday. See if anything out of the ordinary. Anyways, in terms of the NFL for today, I took New England. New England's got the best defense in football right now, maybe besides the Broncos. And when it comes to it, you've got no Nico Collins for the Texans. I was able to get 3 for New England. I see 3.5s now. I'm gonna grab the I grabbed the Patriots at -3. And I took the Bears. They just constantly play close games. I think that could be an interesting live betting spot if you wanted to live bet the Bears. Just because they never seem to die. So I definitely think there's still a good one. Still always a chance that they can come back. Always. And I'm not down on it anymore. Hoosiers will be crying their eyes out tomorrow night after Hurricanes beat them. Intriguing. So that's interesting. Bears will lose. Maybe. But I don't think they lose by more than a field goal. I don't. I kind of think they can keep it close. Why not? I don't see why not. I will say real quick. I am going to. I'll quickly talk over the national championship because I won't be here tomorrow because I will be in Raleigh. Hopefully, seeing the Sabres win against Carolina for the first time in my life. Going to the games. I believe this is game number 6. I want to say 6 of Canes Sabres, and I've yet to see them win. So I'm really hoping I could see them win tomorrow. But that's where I will not be doing a show tomorrow. So that's where I'll be. No, maybe about it. Bills got absolutely fucked over. I agree. Unfortunately, there's nothing we could do. Texans versus Pats. Here's the deal. See that minus 180? I'm never betting that. I took the -3. I took the Patriots -3. I am never going to take a minus 180. Never. I don't see the value in that. Thoughts on San Fran in college basketball later? I'm pulling up their game now. I'm refreshing lines. That game really hasn't had much line movement. It opened up at 5 minus 110. It's still at 5 minus 110. A bunch of money coming in on San Fran. I have a feeling it would be Washington State for me. It would be Washington State for me, if anything, in that game. But I did not bet it. Sorry, late today. All good. I do think Patriots win, but I don't know if they have a better D than the Texans. I do. I think they do. So Indiana never won a football national championship before, and it's not happening now. You're very confident. You're very, very confident in that play. That's fine. Like, I have no problem with people being confident in it. I feel the Sens have some team moral issues after comments after game last night regarding their goaltending woes. I have not really looked into that. I will say that for the Indiana game, and I'll pull up your comment. Indiana versus Miami, it opened up at 7.5. It's moved to 8.5. But all the money in the world is coming in on Indiana. But more of the money is coming in on Miami money line. So it's just like, I have no. Maybe I could look at that in the game. I have a feeling I'm going to be on the under. I think I'm going to be on the under in that game. And just kind of roll with that. Under 47.5 for the Indiana game. Will most likely be where I go. Texans defense legit. I never said it wasn't. Never said it didn't. I never said that they weren't. James Reiner's in net for the Sens. Hasn't played NHL in some time. Yeah, I still took them today. The way that I know I judge my betting off of line movement. That's how I do my betting, and that's what I saw a play on Ottawa. Random thoughts on Raptors game total. A lot of overs in history with the Lakers. Let's pull it up, shall we? Line's gone from 226.5 to 223.5, so that's already in a bad spot. 19% of bets and 54% of money is on the under. Nope, it would be under or nothing in that game. It'd be under or nothing. It's a home-dominated series, Buffalo versus Carolina. I agree. Hopefully that kind of snaps out of it. Very much confident. Did you see that? Player called out goalie directly. That's not great. I like to back Miami in the national championship game, but Cristobal just makes the dumbest decisions. I think I'm just going to take the under. In live betting, Indiana at plus money. That's saying that Indiana goes down. You think Indiana goes down? Do you actually think that? Do you think that Indiana is losing at some point? I know Big Ten Conference better than anyone. I'm from Indiana. Congratulations. Congratulations. I mean, I'm not sure if that's something you should brag about from being from Indiana, but messing with you. And some people just have better reads on better conferences. And I understand that. Trust me, when it comes to college football, my best conference is the American. I do really well in American conference games. I'm also an ECU fan, so I watch these teams. I know these teams. So I understand knowing and kind of being better in a conference. That makes sense. They are going to going down. I'm not sure if that's something you should brag about. I'm just messing with you, Daniel. I appreciate you guys stopping by. It's been a fun chat. I appreciate that. Real quick, I have 2 plays going on right now. One of them is the over 147.5 in the Maryland game. Currently has 101 points with 14 minutes and 41 seconds to go. So, cool there. And FAU minus 2.5, which FAU is taking a lead over Temple. That's nice to see. So those are 2 plays I have going on right now. 2 o'clock game in hockey, I have the Lightning. I have the Lightning minus 120. So, a couple of free picks for you guys. What's your NHL plays? Tampa Bay and the Senators. That's it. That's all my plays. That's all my plays for that. I want to start looking at the I'll start looking at tomorrow's card. Wow, Buffalo is plus 170 tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna end up betting that. Colorado. Real quick, first rip tomorrow. Hey, I'm betting Buffalo because fuck it, I don't care. I'm probably gonna have multiple things on Buffalo on the site. Because I'm going to the game, I'm having fun, I'm putting points on. I'm curious. I'm going to look up NHL. Let's see if they have. There we go, Buffalo. Periods. I want first pick. Oh, they don't have stuff like that yet listed yet. They don't have stuff listed. Yeah, they're not gonna have anything yet. It's just a money line plus 170 for the Sabres. That's all that's out right now. I'll probably look towards the Sabres to score in the first period, and maybe like a couple of point props as well. I have watched Purdue University and IU for 50 years. I'm sorry about that. That sucks. That sounds awful. Buffalo lost. The Bills said yesterday. I was talking about the Sabres. You like the over in the game? I could see an over. That'd be exciting. Sabres have actually been playing well lately. The legend is here. Mr. Numbers returns to say hello. Hello, Mr. Numbers. Not really much of a legend, but hello, Mr. Numbers. I'm ready to see what conversation comes with this. But real quick, I'm gonna pull back up. I want a quick without capping because I have not looked at the card yet for tomorrow yet. For the NHL for tomorrow, Sabres, because I'm going to the game. That's just what we're gonna do. I like the Avalanche against the Capitals just because Avalanche coming off their first home regulation loss of the year. Kind of like the Kraken. Sharks could be interesting at a big number. Leafs could be interesting against Minnesota. Maybe the Flyers get right against Vegas. We'll see with that one. Calgary and New Jersey is an interesting number. Kind of want to fade the Rangers. So, what's new? Nothing really. Any truth to the rumor Nick Scherr is coming in? No. He just posted odds on the Texans-Pats again. What are you talking about? He took it down quickly. I would have gotten a notification because I have notifications on for him, so I didn't see anything. But no, he's not coming back. I'm sorry to disappoint you. But no, he is not coming back. Just no. Yeah, and I'm tired of answering that question. Bo Bichette as a Met, yes. I'm genuinely curious on how they're gonna really deal with that. Is that telling me Beatty goes to the outfield? They trade Vientos maybe? Do they DH Bo Bichette? Because you got Simeon at second. Lindor's playing short. You're not putting Bo Bichette at first. I'm a little bit confused. Something tells me there's going to be some type of trade, and we'll be able to figure it out from there. So he is not right next to me. He's at work right now. He's at work right now, so he is not next to me. Had to replace Alonso. It's not a replacement for Alonso. It's not a replacement for Alonso. It was David Stern's kind of gutting house and starting over. And we saw here's the deal. We saw the same thing when the Dodgers GM took over. There was a couple of years that the Dodgers really didn't have much until they started building up again. So and they kind of when the owner of the GM of the Dodgers took over that team, he gutted house after 3 years, kind of getting rid of everybody, that's in the way and all that stuff. And then they built a system. I think the Mets are doing something very similar to that. So it was kind of getting rid of everybody from the past regime, which included Nimmo, which included Alonso, which included Diaz, which included McNeil. This was, at the end of the day, it was a core that was not winning. They had to change it up. As a Mets fan, do you feel your owner let you down? The owner was a fraud. You agree? No, I don't think so. No, there is still no. He has been the owner for what, 5 years? No, I'm not concerned about it yet. He's going to continue to spend money. You think ECU wins today? Yes, I think East Carolina wins today. I have them as my free pick plus 100. And you know how often I bet on ECU for basketball, which is never. So no, I'm not high on the. I'm never high on them. The Dodgers, shake my head. This is getting ridiculous. It is. I think it's a crazy contract, but the Dodgers can do it. And I think the biggest thing that the MLB needs is a salary floor. And I kind of discussed this with me and my brother's video on the Baseball Talk channel, where if we had a salary floor, say it was 150, 175 million, something in that range. MLB 2025 salaries by team. I'm going to pull that up. Not standings, salaries. Payroll tracker. Here we go. So there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 teams who did not reach the threshold of 150 million. Now, say, in order to not get hit with a salary floor tax, you had to spend $150 million, or even 175, because that would just add 2 more teams that did not hit that number. If anything that you spent below 175, you get charged up to 175 anyway. So spend it on players, kind of deal. Then all of a sudden you got, and this is an analogy or a player that I love to use for it, because there's already trade rumors and stuff going on for Paul Skeens. He's got 4 years left. 4 years of control still with the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Pirates are spending $133 million last year. Now, you get to put a salary floor in there. All of a sudden, they have to spend money. Who are they going to spend money on? You know what? We got to spend another $42 million. Hey, Skeens, how about a long-term deal? All of a sudden, like, I can look at you look at anybody under $175 million. So that includes Milwaukee, Cincy, the Athletics, Rockies, Cardinals, Twins, Nationals, Pirates, White Sox, Guardians, Rays, and Miami Marlins. And go, all right, you all have young talent that you can sign. Like Miami, sign Stowers long term. Sign Stowers long term. Or Yuri Perez or something like that. And then you sign up a couple other players to get up to that salary floor. Tampa, Junior Carmenaro. Sign them. Cleveland. I mean, you have Jose Ramirez. Gavin Williams is going to be a stud. Sign him. White Sox. You got Colson Montgomery, who's going to be really good. You got Kyle Teal, who's going to be solid. Sign them. Pittsburgh. Skeens. Do it. Nationals. Wood. Mackenzie Gore. Sign them long term. You need players like this. Cardinals, I don't really know what you can do because they traded everybody. Rockies, sign somebody. Hunter Goodman, sign him to a couple of years. Give him some money. Athletics, you got plenty of players that you can do that with. Cincinnati, you do too. LA De La Cruz can get a real big contract. And the Brewers have plenty of guys. Spend money. You pay $40 million for Bo Bichette, but won't pay $30 million for the top power hitter in the league, Alonso, and wouldn't pay $30 million for the best closer. Awful decisions. All right. There is a huge difference in these contracts. Bo Bichette is essentially 1 year for $42 million. So that's a 1 year deal, and you don't have to worry about the 5 years. Alonso got $30 million. Yes, he got 5 years. That's great. He could be good for the next 2-3. Year 4 and year 5 might not be great for that contract. You never know. So yeah, the Mets taking a shot at a 1 year 42 instead of giving 150 for 5. Correct. And wouldn't pay $30 million for the best closer in baseball. It was not $30 million a year. It was as Mets offered him 3 for 66. The Dodgers offered him 3 for 69, and he didn't come back to the Mets. Like he didn't come back to the Mets to see if they would match it. So no, this argument is not good. This is a flawed argument. I don't like it. The NFL is rigged. That was not an interception. I agree. I thought that was a catch. And all of a sudden they would be in field goal range and they would win the game. Salary floor, an interesting thought. I just don't think the owners are going to be go up for that unless the players agree on a cap. I agree. Unfortunately, I think that is the case. But if you want a more balanced system, yeah, teams are going to spend money. Let them spend money. Force teams to spend money. Force teams to spend money. That's, yeah. That
Bo Bichette is a New York Met.
That was weird. All of a sudden, Nick's computer starts talking from one of his videos. I don't know why, but that's fun. But yeah, I like the salary floor. We told Earle to take a shot with Miami plus 2,500 to win it all because I didn't say it here. He dismissed it. Shame. We all put it in the comment. We all put it in the comments. All the followers missed out because Earle ignored. I mean, if you would have brought it up here, I would have been able to read it. So I'm not going to even. Yeah. There's a cap on how many words we can type now. Is there? I didn't think there was. I didn't think there was a cap, but I could be wrong. I'm genuinely curious. I'm pulling up. I'm gonna pull up the stream now. I'm just typing in a bunch of letters. Oh, there's a letter cap. There's always been a letter cap. Yes. Patriots -3. Yes. Bears team total over 22.5. I took the Bears, so I'm with you. You're copying my plays. Rams will be too cold to play defense. Bears will score a lot. Fair. I heard Nick Sturgey's in the room. Liar. Nick is at work. That was his computer going and starting up the Bo Bichette video from the Betting with Earle Bros. Not betting, baseball talk with the Earle Bros. That was a video that popped up because my brother's computer is right here. So, no, Nick is not in the room. He is not. He's not in the room. I can promise you that. And it's just no, he's not. Like that was his computer. And if you watched his video, you would know that's how the video started. I have a lot to say. Where YouTube is capping my words. That's probably a good thing. That's probably a good thing that they are. Senators money line tonight. I got it at +120. It's actually, I just saw on DK, it's down to +105. So that's nice to see. Kings -2 in the NB of A, which we'll roll with them. And East Carolina money line in college basketball for today. Let me go quickly post this up on the X. So that, and if you guys have not checked it out already, you guys should check out the picksandparlays.net website. That's where you can find all of Earle Sports Bet's best bets over on the site. We're on a 5-day win streak, so if you guys are interested in grabbing some of my plays, they're over there on the site. Bulls revenge spot over the Nets, easy win. I have the Bulls -6.5 already too. You're copying my plays, 446. You're copying my plays. Yeah, come on, get a little bit more original. Merrill, real quick, 2 plays that are going on right now that I have. Over 147.5 in the Maryland and Penn State game. Live lines up at 167.5. It's currently 78-59, so that's 137. So I need another 11 points in 7.5 minutes. So I should get there. FAU is currently down 3 with 11 minutes to go to Temple. So hopefully we can get that one to cash as well. So to let the followers know, Earle begged me to come back on and bring life to the chat. No. I brought it up to you that you keep saying stuff of, oh, I put it in the comment section, and nobody reads the comments. They'll watch the show, they'll see the comments in the show. They won't see the comments in there. So yeah. Where's Coyote? I don't know. It wasn't my turn to watch him. That should do it for this edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. No show tomorrow. I will be in Raleigh for a little bit of Buffalo Sabres and Carolina Hurricanes. Go Sabres. I'll be back on Tuesday with another edition. See you guys.